Buenos dias wa sabah al-khair. Sabahul khair. Welcome back for another lesson from English al Español al Arabi, where we take words and phrases and translate them from English to Spanish and then to Arabic. And this morning we are going to be examining one of the most pivotal verses in the whole New Testament from the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 3, which has been the point of some contention over the centuries, although I can't really understand why, because the grammar is so simple. That's why I love the book of John. And that's all we're going to talk about this morning, is the grammar, of course. So as I do these Bible verse videos, I always use the most popular version in each respective language, which of course in this case are the King James in English, the Reina Valera in Spanish, which is my main Bible these days, and the Van Dyck translation in Arabic, which I only have in digital form. However, I strongly recommend that people use a more modern version of the Bible in their daily Bible studies, because all three of these versions have syntax, verb forms, and vocabulary that make them hard to understand in places. And people would get along a lot better using a more modern version. For example, when I learned Spanish 25 years ago, I used a version of the Bible that was in a modern, easy-to-understand Spanish called the popular version, la versión popular. Had I used the Reina Valera that I use every day now, 25 years later, I would still be struggling with basic verb conjugation in Spanish. With all that in mind, the King James Version of the Bible renders John 1:3 as, "All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made." Now, while this is simple and easy to understand language, it's still a little bit wordy and clumsy compared to our modern English, our modern vernacular. Now, if I were to say this in my modern American English, I would say something more like, "He made everything, and without him, absolutely nothing was made." And that's drawing on the various languages and notes that I've read about this passage in the Bible. So when I say it like this, I'm paraphrasing, I'm just getting the essence of that verse into my modern English. He made everything, and without him, absolutely nothing was made. Now, when we say it in Spanish, we see the same rhythm reflected that we do in the English, because they both use the same original manuscripts, as does the Arabic, but the Arabic is much smoother because Arabic, coincidentally, is just a little bit closer to Greek, because they're both ancient languages, although Greek is much older than Arabic, regardless of what some people might think. So in Spanish, we read, "Todas las cosas," all the things, "fueron hechas por él," were made by him. "Y sin él," and without him, "no fue hecho nada." There wasn't anything made. "No fue hecho nada." There was nothing made. "De lo que es hecho fue hecho." Nothing that of what is made was made. "Y sin él, nada de lo que es hecho fue hecho." And we find that same wordiness that we do in the English. Without him, nothing was made that was made. Now in the Arabic, we don't even use the verb made. We use the verb was. And it starts off with the noun everything. It's a kullu shay'in bihi kan. Bihi is through him. Kullu shay'in is everything in the accusative case, pronouncing it in full vowels because this is a formal religious text. So we pronounce all the vowels. Everything, well, normally pronounced in modern standard Arabic as kul shay'. In this case, will be pronounced kul shay'in because it's in the accusative case. Kul shay'in bihi, through him, kana, was. Wa bi khayrihi, and without him, lem yakun, was not, shay'un, anything, a thing, in the nominative case, that's why it's got that un ending, shay'un, mimikan, and that's like absolutely made. Mimma is a particle that means like over, excessively, so it's really emphasizing that absolutely nothing was made without him. And who is he? He is the word referred to in verse 1. Thank you very much for viewing. I hope you learned something about how John 1:3 is rendered in English, Spanish, and Arabic. God bless you. Que Dios les bendiga. Allah yasalmakum.